There are many Hawaii ties to the areas hit hard by the tsunami. Many of the families who came to Hawaii to work on sugar plantations came from the Fukushima prefecture. Here to tell us all about it is KITV4's Catherine Cruz. Catherine?
Well, you know, Paula, there's even a Honolulu Fukushima Kenjikai, a cultural club whose members still have family there. In fact, Congresswoman Mazie Hirono was born in Fukushima and lived there until she was 8 years old. She's offered to help with fundraising, and we're told all of her relatives are fine, but others are still awaiting word.
Honolulu resident Roy Tominaga still hasn't heard from his relatives who live near a nuclear power plant in Fukushima. All he knows is they live in a neighborhood that was forced to evacuate because of the possible meltdown. He hopes they are safe in a shelter somewhere.
There's no water and no electricity in some areas in Fukushima.
Tominaga says this family wedding portrait taken in Sendai 20 years ago includes relatives who still live in the Iwaki and Miyagi prefecture, other areas hard hit. His cousins fortunately live further inland but have suffered some quake damage.
While I'm talking to my cousin on the phone, he's telling me that they got aftershock coming. And he's talking about, gee, the building is shaking right now.
The current president of Fukushima, Kenjikai, says he has friends who live near the Iwaki nuclear plant who he can't get a hold of.
We tried to contact them, but then couldn't get through, right? Everybody, the line, you just pick up the phone, but there's no tone, there's nothing.
His wife worried about a cousin who lives in Fukushima City who called to say they were all fine, but they had no running water. The club was on hand helping with this weekend's Honolulu Festival in Waikiki and decided to start a drive to do what they can for a place whose ties and history run deep.
At the festival, a lot of people that we don't even know, they just came up, look at the sign and, oh, okay, and, put something in. So very heartwarming to see that.
But it isn't just local Japanese families that are worried for loved ones. The Japanese consulate has been fielding hundreds of calls all weekend from visitors here on holiday in the islands.
Some people wanted to offer donation on some volunteer work in Japan, and some people ask us, how to contact their family or friends in Japan.
All struck by powerful images out of Japan, wanting to help in any way.
Now, Ozawa says the Japanese consulate has a list of about a half a dozen websites that can help people track down their loved ones. You can get to those links by going on our website at KITV.com. Paula?